Welcome back. Oh, what an exciting way to start the night.
I like games like that. I'm not going to lie. I'm a huge fan of like underdogs, which people are always going to say like you're such a hypocrite because you're such a Chiefs fanboy back in the day.
Yeah.
But I also used to enjoy watching Swiffer lose a lot. So I love games like that where my clear expectation at the start of this split is if you played Pentanet versus Gravitas 10 times, Pentanet wins 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
Which is a very high win rate, right?
Yeah,
That's 70 to 80%. But that Gravitas game was decisive. That was a really clean win.
It was decisive. It was exciting. I heard screaming throughout the entire building.
That's also awesome when players pop off.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. It's so good. And you hear other people supporting them. That's what we are here. We're just a family. We're a family, and half of the new people who just entered the family, I'm like, who are you? All right, it is time to move on. It is time for the Nick Bag. I'm always so disturbed.
It's so good.
I just don't understand why it's not a beak. And
it's a carrot beak.
Yeah, it's just it's a weird choice. But it's our choice, and we've made it, and we need to live with it. It's like having a baby. You just have to. That's it. It's just the rest of your life. You just got to do it. Our first question comes in from Steel Sings Ose, who says, "My e-boy won't have matching names with me. How do I find a new one?"
How do you find a new name or a new boy?
I mean, it's very open to interpretation.
Is matching names important?
No.
Because I don't think it is.
The only time matching names are important is when you're on a team and you're all in the top 10 and none of you say ORD in your name. Looking at you. But any other time, your name is just your name. I wouldn't change my name for anyone.
So, are we specifying
your in-game name?
In-game name.
I'm Spawn.
Yeah.
In-game name.
I'm always Spawn. I'm something Spawn.
So you wouldn't be like, if I made a clan, you wouldn't be Spawn Boy. Because I'm
Oh, no, because that's my thing,
That's a
right?
clan.
So, like...
No, but not even a clan title. I just wanted to change the name.
Say I was like a different, like we we're playing a different game where like I could play like a hunter or a death knight or
I
something.
just want to be very clear, there are no other games.
Correct. Then I would be like Spawn DK or Spawn Hunter.
Yeah.
That's what I do. So if you said you're playing a little boy, you have to be Spawn Boy, I would do it. But if you said my name is Nick Boy, so you have to be Spawn Boy, I would say it.
So you're saying that Steel Sins needs to just live with this?
Yeah, live with it.
Do you agree?
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of a reason why you need to find a new e-boy if you already have an e-boy and they just won't change names. Maybe you change names to match them.
Well, yeah, well, that's what I was going to say.
I was going to say, if they're having this many relationship problems this early on, maybe it's time to find a new e-boy.
Well, it's an e-boy, so...
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
Maybe there's like an easy compromise where it's like, you know, you have Skimmy, then you just have like, you remember like the console days of like XX, Skimmy XX?
Yeah.
Just something really stupid, and like that's your Smurf throwaway account. And that
think-
way you can just be silly together.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. I think that Steel, you're the problem. It sounds like you're the problem in this relationship. That you're expecting a lot of change. You seem to not be giving anything. How do I find a new one? You either want a new name or a new e-boy. You're not willing at all to compromise. This is some bullshit. And I think that your e-boy deserves better. Our second question comes in from @Declan_Price, who says, any thoughts on long-distance relationships, whether they're worth the hassle?
The hassle! If you call your relationship a hassle...
I'm fairly certain Declan is Steel Sings e-boy.
Yeah. So if you call a relationship the hassle, not worth. However, long distance, whilst tough, is doable.
Yep.
Yeah. I actually think no. No. Let me, please, hang on. If they're coming back, yes. But if it's like they're over there for years, and this is just like, you are losing all the great parts of a relationship.
Yeah.
Of the doing things together, the hanging out together. All that is gone when you've got someone who lives in a different country, in a different state.
You've assumed a lot about a relationship there. Like, what's years? So say I'm going to university, and Jenna's going to university, and she gets into an American university.
Yeah.
That's like 4 years.
She needs to leave you.
Even if we like visit each other,
even
with modern technology.
That is a waste of time, and it is just begging for an affair. Begging, Rusty. It is begging for an affair.
I'm closer to the Jake court here with this one.
No.
I'm not going to say that it is just wrong.
No.
I don't think there's any world where like long distance relationship in any capacity is wrong.
If they're coming back, it's fine.
It depends on the
But
people.
Jenna was coming back. That was 4 years.
No, she's left you. Buddy.
It always depends on the people, what they get from the relationship, of course. Because maybe for you need to be able to physically speak
You're a
to those
stage
people.
9 clinger is all I've learned today.
This is a touchy one, Nick, because I say my girlfriend's actually going back to New Zealand.
I know.
So she's come over with me for the first 4 weeks to sort of see what I'm up to, chill, have a bit of a mini holiday. So she's going back to study
Install
back at
cameras
university.
in your room to make sure that you're...
Yeah, probably like, who's in your room? What are you up to? She's like asking me, like, what are you going to be up to? What are you going to be doing? I said, I'm just going to be such a neckbeard and just play League every day. Like, it's going to be in my undies. I'm not going to be doing anything exciting. Just playing games, hanging with the boys.
See, now she's going to go back to New Zealand. She's going to be like, well, if he's just like hanging out in his underwear all day playing video games, maybe I can do better than that. And then she's going to find someone.
So
You should leave right now.
it's just a.
You should.
And you just made me insecure. You made me so insecure on camera.
You should Liam Neeson at the end of Love Actually, like run to the airport. You need to be like send a little kid to run through. This is. I mean, we need help.
Can I just say for
Go
everyone
next.
at home listening, we're not professionals. This is not professional relationship advice. These are just the opinions of males. Accept everything that we say, except Nick is correct.
Leave your relationship. It's done.
Whatever
And particularly
Nick says is
because
wrong.
you think it's a hassle. That is the number one sign that you shouldn't be in that relationship.
That's a
That
problem.
part's true.
That's a problem. Yeah.
That being said, it's like caveat. I require 10 hugs a day in order to just like get out of bed. So there's probably a reason why I don't think that doesn't work. Next question at xMr_Blaine. Why does my dog run away from home when there is thunder and lightning? Like, where are you going? This is the safest place.
I like that this question is a
Fear
dialogue.
is not rational.
Yeah.
I was talking about this. Like, I get pretty bad anxiety, and the stupidest things will set me off. They're like, shouldn't set me off.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, like, from what I know about dogs... And
Breaking
I'm not the
Bad.
Dog, yeah, Breaking Bad gives me anxiety,
Yeah.
for example, right? And I'm not the expert on dogs or lightning. But I'm pretty good at anxiety. So, yeah, I think your dog just has anxiety, and sometimes you do things when you have anxiety that doesn't make sense. And it looks like I'm crying right now,
Yeah,
but
I
I
was
just
gonna
have something
say.
in my eye.
Are you, yeah.
It's anxiety.
I'm really emotional about it.
Anxiety, can I just say, it sucks so much, eh? Like, it's just so debilitating for no reason, right? It's just there just to be annoying.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So-
Skimmy,
No, I'm just saying.
for that uplifting speech.
No, I'm saying because like I share the same sentiment. Like
okay.
I know how you can.
It's important that you lead with that in future.
Well, no, I'm just saying like in a sense that like you could just be triggered by walking into a mall and be like, I'm so overwhelmed by the amount of people here,
Yeah.
or even like in a situation where you don't feel comfortable. It's just one of those really bizarre.
Dogs don't
Self-sabotaging
make sense
things.
is also
And you can't speak to your dogs.
Like,
You don't know where the dog's going. Could be
it's-
going to the pub.
probably just scared and is like any direction is a good direction. That's probably just how the dog thinks.
When my dad used to go out at night, and I would
Showing
say, "Where do you
thunderstorms?
go? Where are you going?" He
Yep.
would say, "I'm going to see a man about a dog," which I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
Interesting.
I wonder if when Mr_Blaine's dog goes out, he
Yep.
says to his family, "I'm going to see a dog about a man."
I'm going to see a dog about a Jake dad. Give him my close-up.
Uh-oh.
Dogs are dumb. We need to remember this. And when there is a storm, you need to lock your dog up in the smallest room possible.
Oh my god!
No.
You need to let it have its space, which means you need to leave it alone. So you just put it in there. You don't need to do any of that. Sorry, I physically hurt Rusty. The fear thing, very true. They're just irrational. When you watch horror movies, people are going into scary rooms all the time when they know they shouldn't. Dogs, we're all just idiots.
Just sit there with open arms and be like, when he
Hug
wants
that
to
dog.
come back, you
Or
hug that dog.
Run away with that dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That could be cool.
I'm
Yeah.
here for that.
You're-
I'm all about that.
I reckon it'd be
That's a
interesting
great
just to see
story.
where it goes.
Yeah. Like, let the dog
Maybe
lead.
that could be your spot with the dog.
You could give it one of those really long leads so it feels like it's not on a lead. So it really is like, I'm just going for it. Like, I'm going out there, you're not guiding it anywhere. And then you just see where you end up. You go on a nice storm adventure with your dog. Have you thought about just hugging it? Oh my God. All right, next one. At Prayless Oats. What
Who's
to
that?
do for Valentine's Day
Ooh.
next Friday after OPL?
Go out with your girlfriend. Next question.
Does he have a go?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she bought him the nice shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's probably looking
he
for
wants,
tips.
he wants things to do. All right,
Oh.
well, that's you too. And you.
Why? Just because you're not in a relationship, you
I'm
can
doing
possibly
nothing.
fathom what a date is.
Sitting in my underwear playing video games. Next question.
That's the relationship life too.
I hate Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is just more expensive for Valentine's Day. So I'm all about picking another day preferably before Valentine's Day, and having an impromptu day that is just about loving your partner and doing something cool, and you get to do it for like half the price.
That's true.
So it's great. And then you just do something at home for Valentine's Day. You know, maybe a sneaky flower from the garden and home cooked meal.
That's nice.
I like that.
That's a nice one. My Valentine's Day is always taken care of because it's my partner's birthday, so it's super easy. So it's just like,
Wow.
like there we go. Like it's literally the only reason I'm in a relationship with her, is because it's just really simple. And so I give her the presents,
If your
and it's
birthday's
like,
not Easter, Christmas, or Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah.
I don't
You're
want
out.
to.
You're too hard.
I'm not interested in that at all.
That's too much money.
Yeah, so very simple. But for Prayless, I would say let's go out for a drink. Let's do that.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying?
just everyone.
Yeah.
Let's
We're
all
a hoot.
third. Let's all third wheel them.
We're a hoot.
We could go for orange juice at the Wood Arm.
The orange juice again.
Well played, sir.
Yes,
Well
yes.
played, sir. Did we actually give him any advice?
I did.
You did.
I like Jake's
Jake's
one.
early.
Do something on like Thursday.
Yeah.
And then
It's a
on
surprise.
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Simple.
They don't expect it.
Will your partner be here for Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
will.
actually timed her holiday, so she leaves after Valentine's Day.
you
So there's big expectations on my shoulders.
Everyone hates Valentine's Day. Oh, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
think
though.
guys hate Valentine's
No.
Day.
It's just
Jenna
an,
hates it too.
it's an expectation of pressure, but just like just step up and be part of a loving
Has
relationship.
anyone here ever dressed up as Cupid before?
No.
You have.
I have.
That is so sweet. Tell me the story. I'm getting a lot of yelling in my ear that we need to go to the next game.
I
but
don't
we
think
can
we
wait.
do.
Yeah, just
No,
tell
he's
me
like,
now.
roll
In
the
high
clip.
school, I dressed up as Cupid and gave roses out to everyone. It was anonymous, so I was the love bird that was giving them out.
Cupid was an angel. We can go to the next game.
Even in high school, just desperate to get your kid off wherever you can. All right, it's time to move on to game number 2 for the evening. It is AV versus Order. Let's get up the AV lineup while Skimmy talks us through it, and then Jake tells us how he feels about this game.
Yeah, so in the top lane we got Dragu, followed there by Lisa, Chaz, and the bot lane be it Gun, Crab, and Appy. Really excited to see actually what Avant can do in this matchup today.
Yeah, and I like Ivan a lot. I think that Chaz is one of the underrated mid laners in the league, kind of with the top 3 leaving, stepping up to fill one of those holes. And I think the other solo queue players in this team have actually translated to competitive play, I think, better than a lot of people have in the past. So I'm excited about Ivan.
All right, we are excited about Avant, and we are excited for Order. Let's take a look at the Order lineup, as said by AV's previous coach, Rochi.
Who?
Yeah, I sort of lost it there.
The
Call him
previous
Rochi.
Pokemon Raichu. Slifer in the top lane, only in the jungle. Hayru mid, Rare and Ayla are your bot lane, and a pretty shaky showing from them yesterday.
Hoping to bounce back, that is for sure. Are they ready? Skimmy, you're the coach.
Are they ready, Skimmy?
Oh, I'm the coach. Yeah, no, I've actually sat down with Rare. We've had a few moments of like sharing playlists of music. So, you know, from a vibe hype standpoint, I think they're pumped, they're ready to go.
You actually sounded like their coach. Good vibes going around, good music going
good
around.
vibes. It's
Yeah,
all about just
So
exactly.
I could integrate really well, eh?
Good. All right, well, we're excited to see how AV and Order ends up, and we're going to find out right after this short break.
It's game 2 of the OPL as we jump into the Macca's Champions League once again to see two mammoth organizations take on each other. Order up against Avant Gaming, both with a record of 1 win and 2 losses.
Very different in their performances yesterday as well. AV with the win, Order being absolutely smacked around by the Chiefs. A couple of individuals there being a key part of the difference. I don't want to ever say that Order's draft was the problem, and I know that's where a lot of people will jump to those conclusions. Picking the Aurelia ADC into the likes of an Aphelios or, you know, a Misfortune or a Senna, which is the 3 that you'd see it into, isn't bad. It just isn't bad, but definitely didn't work for them yesterday. So they lost the plot a little bit when they fell behind. Chiefs are just a very good team. This is much more of the test for me. Closer together in the standings. Chiefs have just proven they're above them. How can Order stand up against AV?
Going to open up with a nice solid draft to start things off with the Lee Sin and the Aphelios. I actually read in the patch notes for the new one, 10.3, that Philios' Q range going to be nerfed a little bit, but still.
A little bit from infinite
It's
to 1800.
not going to make a major
From
difference.
infinite to a little bit.
No, because I tell you this, because I played a solo queue game, and even a guy in chat just hit me with a question mark, like, how did I die? And I was like, oh yeah, it just activated.
Hey, pro players are saying that. Trust me, it doesn't. I'm really glad it's being nerfed.
Still will be strong, no doubt. We're going to see the Ornn. He is a staple at the moment. I think Avant have gained a fair few fans in the last few days.
Also
with some
pick the Braum with
performances.
it, Skimmy,
Yeah.
to make sure that nothing can block that Ornn ultimate, which is pretty much the standard into it. So it's a nice little draft there from AV.
Can I coin this when we've got the Ornn and the Olaf as like the choo-choo train comp? Because they just power through like it's an express train. They just don't stop for anything.
You could call it that. I'm not going to oppose it. I'm just not going to say it.
Like if I just go choo-choo during the middle of a play-by-play moment, are you just going to like throw me under the bus?
I mean, I gently place you under the bus.
Gently. You're ever the saint. Single, by the way. Single. Out comes the Fresh before we get into the second pick and ban phase.
Yeah, Thresh locked in here. Can go forwards, can go backwards. Very versatile champion. Ayla also just a very good Thresh player. Knows his matchup. Not going to be the Tahm Kench, it is going to be the Braum, so we don't have that standard bot lane. It does mean that there is some increased kill threat down there. Awaiting the ADC, however, from the side of AV. Gunkrab has played that Aphelios to quite a high level. Can also play the Misfortune. Played Ezreal with Lethal Tempo, actually, yesterday. The LCK champion. Honestly, you never know where he's going to go till he locks a champion.
He hasn't shown us anything besides Aphelios and Ezreal at this stage. And
We saw Ziggs yesterday in the LCK, actually. Deft played it. And I mentioned yesterday during AV's draft that Gunkrab could, so you never know.
I'm excited after seeing a Vayne on display. Would be nice to see a bit of variation in that bottom lane. Yasuo taken away. Misfortune tunneled on out. So Senna is still available if they want to go for that Holy Trinity.
Senna and Ashe, both there. Ashe is my preferred over the Varus, but to each their own. I do think that actually comes down to an individual level. We'll wait for Order to pick their fourth champion here. I'd expect a solo laner that will look like a flex, perhaps. But Akali, Mordekaiser, Rumble, all taken away, so maybe that flex is less possible.
Covering the Darius at this stage. Looking to get someone nice and strong here for big swips. They're going to go for the Kled. Plenty of mobility with this champion. And
Yeah.
it would look almost fantastic. You know, you got the choo-choo train and the skateboard out.
Knows his matchup as well, knows that it's most likely going to be the Ornn. Ornn can flex to mid, but I have no doubts the swipe it and then just play mid lane as the Ornn anyway, as we have the full composition immediately locked in here by AV. Now for Order, because they've got the solo laner remaining, you would expect it's Hayri. Lots of mid lane is taken from him.
Yes.
Pretty much entirely mid lane is banned away by AV, looking to make sure that Zoe has a good time.
It's going to be the
Still
Orianna
plenty
again.
of good options there. Just not things that outright smack around a Zoe.
He's played LeBlanc twice. He's played Orianna once. It'll be Orianna again. Not giving too much away with his champion pool so far, despite the bans ranging in other directions. A nice, strong staple champion for him to sit on.
Yeah, overall, pretty sound composition here from Order. Not going to be the Aurelia like you'd expect. You saw, yes, they not expect. It's the Aphelios, the standard front-to-back type of team fight and composition to a degree, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of skill involved with each individual champion. There's no comboing, so to speak, with all of their comp, just the Kled ultimate to make you go faster. AV have got the Varus ultimate, the Ornn ultimate, the Zoe bubble could set things up, the Braum ultimate as well. So fighting in small choke point type areas definitely preferable for AV and their roster here. To see how they choose to play this one out. I would expect a lot of objective focus after the strong and aggressive laning phase. But that's the thing, right? Aggressive laning phase. That's AV's motto
Yes.
for Order. Looking for perhaps the 1-3-1s, looking for the 1-4 at the least, getting some side lane resources, pulling apart the map will make things harder for AV.
Do you have a preference between the two drafts on display here, given that this is a bit of a show match to showcase where they go at the end of week 2?
I'd prefer Order's draft, but it's not by a large amount. I actually, like, if Order had the Ornn, I think their comp's just unbeatable. But, you know, that's the thing. Ornn was a very high priority champion from AV's side. The Kled is one of Swiper's champions, so that's where the spanner is thrown into the works if you're asking me how I feel about a composition.
comfort versus overall strength.
Orianna is, for me, the big one to look at. There's a lot of people that can run Hayri down in this game. Only has really good kill threat against Lisa early, but it really depends on how the jungle pathing goes. So I would like to be order at the 2-item mark, is what I would say. Maybe even 1.
No, we'll see if we'll see any level 1 shenanigans. Haven't for the most part.
No, not at all, really.
Haven't seen a single crazy invade or any first bloods in the first opening few minutes.
Yeah, a lot of neutral fan outs and 5-point defenses are pretty much the standard here. No one wanting to take any risks. There is a certain point where teams will just say, like, it does happen in scrims and it does happen in practice. You know, everyone plays a bunch of games per day. When you come to the stage, you don't want to make those risks that come with level 1s. But if it works, you can almost win games from those advantages. You know, getting a flash on a top laner in a disadvantageous matchup, suddenly it's fine for the first 6 minutes and the game looks completely different. You know, those little details are nice to get.
I'm looking forward to seeing the performance that comes out of Only's Lee Sin. He's shown us some impressive results on this champion so far.
Very good Lee player. Always has been. If memory serves, he was the Rek'Sai Lee Sin guy in solo queue for a little while. Bear trap on a rope does not connect. Throws a little bit early there, Swiper. I'm going to say it's jitters. It isn't. I'm going to say it's jitters.
Red start from Order, and Avant
Take the blue.
quite casually just walking on through and taking the blue. So Olaf's going to have a lovely little start here to power farm away.
That will be spotted, however, by Order. The pathing that AV had to get back to the lane was through the river. They get chunked out for it and immediately pings for Only. It'll be spotted him going to this blue buff. The only counterplay is that someone from AV solo lanes come and contest. There's no way.
Nah.
So easy vertical jungle. It's just a forced vertical jungle and a health trade for that. I'd say Order are pretty content with that overall.
Picks up the blue. Has double buffs to his name right now. Let's carry on the counter jungling shenanigans. Game on for Olaf right now. As to how he tries to get himself back into this one. If he's going to look to
It's going to counter jungle as well.
force an early gank or go for a jungle himself.
Yeah, so he's actually denying a creep there only on the Wolf camp. Gromp is one of the best jungle camps to look at right now as experience goes. Krugs are not. So the fact that he's able to go from red to blue side, clears the camps, but only half clears the Wolves, does actually ruin a lot of the experience advantage that Olaf wants to get on those reset camps where more experience starts to come through from clearing them.
Yep.
That clear speed then just gets hurt a little bit. Only he'll be able to clear his Raptors, choose Krugs or reset, and then go back over to the blue side if he wants. Scuttle, of course, as well.
Looks like there is vision that spotted out Lee Sin going there to the Raptors.
This is one of those things about the matchup you just saw in top lane as well. Kled can't really pull back the Ornn ever with the bear trap on a rope. He just stands there and uses his bellows breath, breathes fire at you, and doesn't actually move. So one of those lanes where the matchup is just about how much damage you can put down. Bear trap doesn't provide explicit kill threat by pulling him back.
After all the counter jungling, all that buff denial, we see a gentleman's agreement as both junglers find the scuttles in the respective parts of the river.
Oh, if that hit.
Chaz putting out some damage there.
Yeah, didn't quite get into his own redemption, but still has 2 potions, so pretty comfortable trading. Lots of mana expended actually there as, yeah, nothing doing. Lisa was already visible on the bot side, clearing vision, so throws an axe, looks the base. And now those jungle camps reset, like I was talking about. Only will be able to go back to base, go blue side, maybe even look towards the Gromp. As I'm not too sure if Order are just defending that one or doing it. They were hovering on it for a while, but just defending.
So given the state of no major invades, or I should say gank attempts at this stage, for both junglers, what would you say their priorities would be so far?
I mean, first of all, you would say that that's always going to be good for an Olaf, right? The more you can just farm means the faster you'll be farming, but at least in not getting ganks is always something that feels a bit off, right? Doing it pre-6. However, if you're able to farm comfortably, get to level 6 even with an advantage, the 6 spike is massive.
Hold on a second here, Rusty, because Lisa's going for the invade. The Trouble spots things out. The axe goes absolutely nowhere, but Appy is here, pops the Guardian.
Yeah, Lisa also really hard forcing on that camp with Uppy around. Ayla has rotated. Swiper is here.
This is dangerous because the bot lane of Avant is nowhere near. The teleport comes in, but it's going to be too little too late as 2 kills come out very quickly. Top lane and bottom lane finding kills respectively. Assist across the wall. Knocks back Flayed again. And a triple kill at 5 minutes.
And they just rotate so much faster, or do they all get to the fray? The teleport was very fast from Swiper. The reactions were there, and that was just to only being spotted. You know, like seeing one Olaf in his wolves, it was on. They were prepared for that earlier. The vision was placed by the bottom lane of Order as well near the Gromp. There was only one way they could go. That was very clean, very easy from Order, and very different to yesterday's start.
It almost seemed like a well-rehearsed practice, as in we expect Avant to be aggressive in this early game. We expect them to try and make an attempt. As soon as we get one ping, one spot of vision, we're in. We're committing.
Level 5 to 4 here as well between junglers. Would consider it only. Wasn't sure if it was just the 1v1 though, as the bot lane of AV had reset. Eventually finds it again. So only wins the smite. Teleports come in pretty much at the same time. Ayla's already there. Like at this point, they're dead. Teleport comes in from Dragku. It feels like a little bit too late. Too little too late type of moment, because the kills had already come across. And now Dragku's just left to die, as Chaz is the only one able to limp away with his life intact. Brilliant stuff there from Order with the rotation.
Yeah, Dragku stuck in top lane, pushing in that tower, crashing it for plates, whilst Gunkrab looked like he was frozen underneath his own tower. So beautiful capitalizing off the map there by Order.
There's an experienced lead now, though, for AV through bot lane, is what I'm talking about here. Gunkrab already level 5 to the 4 of Rare, and has been for a little bit. So that means a level 6 spike. If I was the Olaf, I would be waddling down to the bot lane, trying to see if I can make something happen, at least force the cleanse out of Rare, and then hit the Braum Q after so the Olaf can follow, but easier said than done. Ayla also a very easy kill threat target if he ever steps up in Varys' 6, which he is.
Has put Order in a bit of a good spot, given that they joined together as a team for those kills. The assists spread across, so that gold lead that you're seeing on your screen at 1.5 is spread evenly across all 5 members.
Denying the blue buff here, actually.
Yeah.
Lisa's going to have to take that. There's no way he can hold on. He has to smite it. And suddenly mid lane, non-teleport mid laner as well of the Zoe, no mana, as he was force clearing that wave trying to get to the blue buff. Completely denied. That's a lot of map control actually just bought there by Order as a result of it.
Once again, it seems like they're reading a script as to what makes Advance successful. But Rare is in a bit of bother. Regardless, that is what Fresh is great at doing.
Gunkrab may have been able to throw the ultimate out there to force the cleanse, but didn't want to risk it. There was a chance that he didn't just cleanse it and actually took the lantern anyway. Nevertheless, the threat is still there by AV if they want to play aggressively. No Olaf nearby just yet, however, he's passing on bot side. I think they want to reset first. Looks like they'll have at least the Cutlass. That's some booty boys.
Both junglers do have the first upgrades. Their jungle item. Back to the power farming we go as we wait for the next objective to spawn. We are seeing what looks to be, as is now becoming tradition, the 8-minute rotation as bot lane goes to top.
Yep. Dragons are being taken around the 5-minute mark either way, so this is becoming more of a staple. It's a reset on a decent item spike, not a full item. So they'll immediately start off the Herald as well. We'll look towards the response from Order. Can they get to what AV are doing? It seems like the answer is definitively yes. They match the timing. They had wards to see AV. They still see AV, in fact. Business as usual.
Dragku's forced to rotate and just run all the way through to mid lane to catch that. No teleport. Has to be present for this next team fight if it were to break out.
Swiper very late on wanting to go towards bot lane. He doesn't have the teleport, so I can understand them staying around. And it was just a base from Hayri. Timed nicely in the end. I'll go back to bottom. Maybe wait for that teleport to be available if they want to look towards Herald. I think they could comfortably take the 4v4 either way.
You can see Order's bot lane sitting in mid for the meantime. It's going to be Harry that takes to the top side. Now forcing out the rotation as Swiper resets. The jungler in base as well. Avant pull the pin and say it's time for us to try and take this before a
They want to
smite
turn
contest.
though. They have Dragku here with Ultima. What they don't know is that Swiper's coming till right now and he's charging in.
He's boosting on in. It's going to be picked on up right there as this flare of sun, the wind, everything is coming across as the Moonlight Vigil crashes on down. Ornhorn is doing so much damage. Swiper finding that first one as Ragnarok gets procced. Avant run away. Gunkrab looking to dash, but he can't. The flash play. Goodbye. See you later. Death sentence. Everything. Order. Finding kills again.
And Chaz gets kicked in by only on the backside of the fight as well. I've been talking about Order a lot this game, but because it's obviously that they have control of everything on Summoner's Rift. AV are looking. They're trying to make plays happen. They go towards Herald twice. But anytime they commit to something, they're bested. They're beaten to the punch by Order when it comes to these 5v5s. They've got the Orianna Shockwave that'll come in on the back half of this fight, and they get Dragku as he tanks the Kled ultimate to keep his team alive. Shockwave prevents any further damage as well, and just on the disengage, just sprinting away. RAV caught just before he could get to the blast cone. Chaz flash kicked on as well. There is no retreat once Order get a sniff.
Didn't even see that with the caster's cam beforehand, but only going for the flash kick. The insect back.
And now we're at 4,000 gold at 11 minutes. Second dragon of the game as well. Well, it's only the Infernal. Gets them one closer to a soul. We get to see which type of map we're looking at, ocean or cloud. I want ocean.
For what reason? Cloud.
No real reason. I think the cloud is the most underwhelming of the map changes. I like the dynamic shift between different drakes, you know, like where do you place wards when there is more brush or less terrain or more terrain, right, with the other three. Cloud just like, you move slightly faster on this area.
How well suited you are to controlling and to adapting. And right now, this is Order definitely showcasing that they have a bone to pick.
They have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, with yesterday's performance, they are enraged, to say the least, and they are making Avant the punching bag for this one.
That's exactly what it is. That's not AV's fault.
No.
It's not their burden of bear, but it is the thing that they'll be copping the brunt of.
Caught in the crossfire for this one, as they are 4k gold up, healthy at that. Mage items in the 80 roll have already been achieved.
Book's on.
Book is on, the box is there. He goes golden, but not a single member wants to jump to him. Is only going absolutely huge about it. The shockwave connects, but it's going to be a golden retreat as Gunkrab does fall in the end. Oh, it could have been so much worse. Surely. Wow.
That damn champion almost got another one.
We've seen it happen before, Rusty. We really have.
They're able to scrape away, however, AV. They'll get back tails between their legs. Only one member going down. The cost is still very high, however. This is over a blue buff. They are not relenting. They are not getting Chaz anything. They're giving him no quarter, no advantages. That's where their priorities have lied in this game, and it's wildly successful.
It is a flawless game for them so far as we bring up the gold count and sort of see how these matchups are panning on out. 1k lead and the carry rolls is the main talking point, you had to imagine.
Exactly. I mean, Chaz has died once, and he's behind 1,100 gold, you know?
You're talking about that in the jungle, in the top role too, so you know, these influential members definitely have the strength advantage, item advantage, and the XP advantage to boot too.
Yeah, and the fact that it's everywhere on the map means that they can continue to pressure in a standard fashion if they would like. There's no need to group up around one strong member. They can just continue to win on their own. Start looking towards towers, actually, would be the next thing for certain. Neither team able to break a structure just yet. Just the Drakes and Heralds have been the avenues of focus.
Hasn't really been a major focus, as you say, on the structures. It's been more about denying buffs, looking to try and claim those objectives, asserting your dominance in the team fighting aspect more so than more avenues.
Yeah, the only thing I think that Hayri would be wishing he had right now is the unsealed spellbook to be able to maybe threaten those side lanes with teleport, but he's gone for the phase range, which is totally fair. In the end, what you're expecting to see from Order is clear the waves, roam towards mid, And now they're actually a grouped up unit besides the Kled that is going to disengage as Kled takes the turret.
They want to force this one here as the Ornhorn collapses onto Free. The flash forward into the box to try and find this one here. This could be massive. We've seen what Orns can do before. Death Sentence is there. Moonlight Vigil. They're trying to turn this one down as Ayla turns it on his own. Varus finding the very first kill in this game.
But top lane turret has fallen. Bot lane turret is gone as well. And that was one kill.
Yeah.
That's not worth it for AV, but it is something. That's what they can hold on to. If we continue to make these somethings happen, it'll be nice. But how hard was that to get a single kill? Dragu has to get a 3-man ult and a flash knock up for one.
Showcasing that they need to try and find some love in a aggressive mentality that they share as a team. Order say thank you very much. And they establish the map.
I'm going to see this again. Mechanically very good from Dragu. It's a highlight reel moment for him, of course. The 3-man knockups on the wall. And the Varus ultimate connects max range. He's always dead there, Ayla. He knows that and just throws the hook out. And they just start to play with them a little bit. There was moments where, well, maybe, you know, in the 2v5 we can get a trade back after everything was used. But the real win was the turrets.
If that had happened, would have spelled major disaster.
Oh yeah, that would be the left, right, good night.
Even without Set being drafted. So, some structures have now disappeared. And Avant get themselves on the board. It was a flawless game beforehand. Order, once again, angry with how these things have panned on out. But objectives are spawning. They're being fantastic at controlling them so far with the Rift Herald in the top and the Cloud Drake in the bottom.
They want both from the looks of it. Swiper very deep pressure in bot lane, wants to make Dragu show. Hasn't used his teleport, however, the Ornn, so he can still clear the wave and get to the fray. And now they're just going to defend the Cloud Dragon after they place some vision around the Herald. Just making sure that AV aren't taking it straight away. They'll give themselves enough time here, as only 2 of them do the Drake, to immediately be able to rotate if Lisa were to start that up.
So they achieve that with no dramas whatsoever. The shockwave going out for the 1v1 attempt onto Chaz's Zoe here. Lisa shows face.
It's a lot of health, though, that has been burned by Chaz and the Summoner Hill as a result of the turret. So again, anything they try and go for, Order respond better. We'll see what they do now, because that health missing from Chaz does signal to me that they can just start the Herald after Scuttle. In fact, they're hunting. He just flashed.
Order say you're not allowed to if they're
He
Sonic Wave
straight up
connected.
flashed that wall for Chaz. Chaz picks up his flash and goes, that'll be my escape tool. Rare just throwing buttons.
Rift Herald now looking like a priority.
Oh, stop it.
Beautifully timed. Finishing the scuttle. As the Rift Herald gets annoyed and headbutts himself out. Mid lane is still being pushed on through. And, well...
What do you say, right?
What do you say right now? Because Order are in just such a commanding spot.
They're doing everything right. They're doing everything right. Their opponents are trying. There's noticeably moments of desperation already, but they've got a single kill. They've got a single turret. That was almost killed for by Chaz in top lane.
And there's no chance to relax, because you're trying to disengage this Zoe. Only says, here's a flash, here's a Sonic Wave. I'm chasing you down, I'm hunting. We're going to get everything on this map. Structures, objectives, kills.
All that's left is to break the mid lane outer, the pesky mid lane outer, but it's already pretty low. And with that one broken, the gateway to the rest of the map explodes in favor of Order. That's all you wait for.
Shirelia's online now for Ayla here, so another solid movement speed boost for the engage potential, which I suppose you could already say is a key facet of this comp. They've got it with Orianna, they've got it with Kled's ult.
When Swiper presses ult with the Cloud Soul, which gives 50% movement speed on ult cast, he doesn't run faster, does he? Because that may be the least useful soul of all time.
What
for
about,
Swiper.
it'd be like one of those YouTube videos, right, where you say if he has the orb on his head with the Shrillias next to him with everything else with Cloud.
Like, he doesn't. I don't think he does, right? I'm not actually a Kled player, so it's...
Can't see why not.
Wait, it runs at a set speed, doesn't he? Or can you, like, Righteous Glory ult? Just...
We don't need to know these things, we're casters.
We do need to know these things. For science.
Mythbusters, here we go. So it's a bit of a lull in the game, as we do see some noticeable item upgrades come across. Luden's Echoes in the mid. Now got Varus online with a Blade of the Ruin King.
AV clear bot side vision, look towards the mid lane outer. Order sitting on the top side, however, as the flamethrowers just annihilate Chaz.
Did you ever watch those Reddit clips when he had like the Ruden's Hurricane and just 1v5 them?
Nasty business. And now they just threaten. They've cleared their side waves. Order now group up in mid. They already have the health advantage. Wants to stop them from threatening even further. Kled could charge in at any moment, so they have to respect it. And the Herald's here. So again, what do you even fault Order on? They're just playing really good League of Legends, and it's a pleasure to watch right now. And we have to see how they continue this one forward.
It's so frustrating right now because top lane's pushing in, bottom lane's pushing in, mid is going to fall, it would seem. But it hangs on for the meantime, so they can just freely rotate between the lanes if they were to find a definitive fight here.
Zoe's Q's at max range and max distance. Time between them, I should say, is not actually really taking too much effect right now. Unfortunately, not really feeling that impact. Baron is up, and Dragon number 4. Soul point for Order is in 1 minute. Those are the two things to look at now. AV have to choose. I think they would happily choose the Baron over the Soul, but we'll see. Always plays in your mind if you're threatening for, you know, just getting Baron vision for them to have a free Soul feels bad, because you won't be able to do the Baron yourself.
CS differential or not, you can see the power farming, especially in the mid lane and the jungle, just how much further that is.
An absurd amount of vision control for Order as well, compared to their opponents. It's just littered everywhere, and they're fresh off a reset, so...
Yeah,
AV
this is what
have,
Avant can see right now. They can't see anything except the Baron.
Yeah, the blue trinket in the pit, and they have a ward just on the other side of the wall. They're not feeling safe. Order have the works burger.
And you'd have to put that down to a lot of the aggression that Order have displayed, you know, the sheer dominance. As we talk about bottom lane, Draku forced to flash away. Shockwave comes out under his tower, and good night, Sweet Prince.
If you don't flash the kick, you die there. So they get the free pick. Draku now finds himself 0-3. Only once again gets active, catching someone overextended. That is the Cloud Soul. AV did choose the Baron vision, which was correct. Draku just massively overextended on the wrong side of the rift during this time anyway. So he deserves to die for that one, unfortunately. His team has got vision, however, so they'll buy themselves some time at Baron. Order not going to go straight to it anyway.
Second major upgrades online right now. You've got the Rage Blade for Varus and the Ruben's Hurricane for the Aphelios. Plenty of attack speed between these two. And they've got some gold to boot as they can spend this one. It's game on now for Avant. Given Order going back to try and set up some vision. And look to replicate what they did in this exact spot before when they were able to take down Ayla for that single kill.
Yeah, the takeaway from this game is we got Ayla.
We got one, boys.
We killed the support of Order. How good it, oh man. This is a slaughter. And it's a slow-paced, drawn-out slaughter.
And I don't think we've seen, correct me if I'm wrong obviously, I don't think we've seen Avant be put in a position like this in any of the games so far, where the early game hasn't gone as cleanly or as smoothly as they'd liked. Look a little bit confused.
I mean, you'll get this against, like, AV playing against the top of the table teams will feel this pain. Being an aggressive early, oh, hang on, Chaz. Oh, that's all.
Chaz just flashes into the boys, and they won't let him stick around for too much longer, but he is going to manage to flash away. As Only's in a bit of trouble. Forced to dash up, he goes drowsy across the walls, but no one's there to punish him. The box in the middle of everything, slowing the engage, the disengage. We're talking about damage, people. Harry gets the kill, and Aphelios joins the party as well. This is what they want. They should surely find more. Oh,
Rare.
Rare wants it.
Give him
He's so
something,
greedy
man.
for it. He needs it. He's putting on an Aphelios montage, but he's unable to clean house.
If that was an even gold fight, Order may have lost it. But it's not. They are almost 10,000 gold down. It's 8,000 at the moment. They're just going to walk on over to the Baron. They had the smallest amount of health bars to their name at the start, at the end of that skirmish. But they'll still have enough health there to get themselves the Baron. 2 dead from AV, that's all it takes.
Recall's going to come out now. Big power spike to take place. But let's see how this one all took place in the start.
There was a nice hook from Ayla actually at the same time as the flash kick from Only, so mechanically a little bit disjointed from the two of them, and then just barely survives after the bubble hits. Uppy hunting for the kills is now going to have to flash the wall. Shockwave just one-taps Gun Crab. Dragku, again, trying to tank for his team, does his absolute best and does survive for a lot of this fight, forcing even the flash out of Rare to try and lock him down. So again, he's tanking well for his team. It's just that there is no damage to follow it up. The Varus, with his attack speed build, is now against a 3-item Orianna that will just blink and you die. If you blink, you'll miss the kill. That's how fast he will die.
Lots of magic penetration there. Has obviously gone for the Merc Treads.
Oh, he takes that. Oh, come on. Yeah, he does.
So he's deleted.
Oh,
And he gets yoinked on out of there.
He's going to take that. Oh, no.
Ragnarok gets procced, only wants blood.
This isn't
He
how
jumps
it
at
ends.
it again. The death sentences, they are clean, Rusty. They really are. Draco on the flank from the brush, trying to do whatever he can to peel the boys, but Swiper gets rowdy. He's been dismounted. He's under the tower. He's taking damage, and Lisa finds revenge.
Maybe he's going to get another kill as well. Only is legitimately taunting and playing with his food.
He's dancing under the tower.
This was not how the game was meant to end. It was not meant to be a montage of just Lee Sin Qs and Thresh Qs connecting. But AV, they walk down mid lane, Order say, let's dance. Smiles from Swiper as well, the only one dead on the team. And they look to end.
They're happy with this one, Rusty. They really are. The first Nexus tower is falling as the second follows suit. We're going to see a back-to-back performance potentially of just going straight for this core as the bound and powered cannons hit that core. Now the Nexus is surely set to fall on down. They're delaying the inevitable, looking to try and pad their stats.
What are
Giving
you lot
advance
doing? End the
one
game.
final chance.
I
They're
wanted
waiting
him
for
to
Swiper
be
to come
here.
in. They want the boys in red to be here. Melbourne take the victory, it would seem. Shockwave comes out, they're padding KDA. Order take the win.
Legitimately panicking, waiting for Swiper to respawn to teleport in before they even finish the game. That is playing with your food to the highest order here. Good clean victory
That was a
from
good
them
punt.
in the end. Yeah,
I
it
like
wasn't
that.
intentional. I
That
didn't
was
know
a
how to
very
say
clean,
it.
I knew as soon as you said it.
So, damn it.
Rolled off the tip of your tongue there. Order proving a point. Very, very strong throughout every stage of the game. The control, even from the invades, down to the ability to connect with kills, take objectives, and
Come
close
on,
out a
boys,
victory.
get better lighting.
Smiles all around.
Yeah, good victory from them, right? Order from start to finish never looked like losing at any moment. There was desperation from AV, and that's how they got 2 of their kills out of the 2.
Never a moment where you wondered, is this the chance for Avant to come back? Sadly for them, back to the drawing board as the handshake takes place. But I'm sure we're going to have some very happy campers on the couch when we do return to it. They're getting themselves ready as Nick Boy and Spawn are on standby. So let's jump back to them.
Hey, Nick, you absolute fanboy, just cheering on Order like that.
I mean, tight, clean, shiny, tasty. Pick your synonym. It all means Order won decisively.
Imbeciles. That's my. Did you hear them carrying on in that room?
Yeah, because there's a hole in the floor. Yes, I just constantly hear, we're joined by Swiper, we can cut to him now. Just constantly hear, woo!
It's the small wins. We've been trained. We've been trained pretty well.
I mean, I assume tonight has wiped the taste of yesterday out of your mouth.
The first question, I guess. No, it hasn't wiped it out yet. Not until I can beat Chiefs. That for me hurt a lot last night. Jake was probably very worried for my well-being going into tonight's game, but like I told him, like I think I bounced back pretty well. And when I picked that Kled, you know, like I'm gonna be an angry guy. I'm gonna be an angry gamer. So.
And it looked like, so to me, as the coach, I was confused. So I can't imagine what the viewers at home were feeling. Because yesterday looked like indecision, you know, not really knowing what fights Order could take. And then Chiefs, honestly, smacked us around a bit, right? But today, every fight looked decisive. What changed over the 24 hours?
Well, going into the game and like with our draft preparation, I think we just went back to basics and like as I shine a lot more on just like pure engaged champs, and especially champs that like I'm very used to. It's like Kled. So like Kled may not be meta, but for me it's meta, I guess, because
It's like comfort.
it just allows me to get the boys to just stop being I don't know what word to use, like cowards. So we're all just going in together and we're just taking any fight we see and then we scream about it. So we're just all like gladiators.
And in that game, Harry was probably MVP, right? He's like 70 CS up over his opponent, like had a deathless game, I think, and played very well on the Orianna. Out of everyone on Order, people probably know the least about Harry, I would say, you know, coming from the Gravitas lineup. So what's he like as a teammate and what have you made of him so far?
Honestly, he's been the biggest surprise to me because I've played already with Ayla and Only, I sort of knew what to expect with their personalities, but picking up Harry, I thought he'd be like a quieter guy, like very like behind the scenes, like listens to everyone and just doesn't speak. But he's actually one of the most outgoing guys, and like he's sort of like a bit of a sheep in a way because I'll have a couple of examples. So one example is like him and Only are Joeing and Only's like watching a YouTube video, for example, and then he'll randomly look 5 minutes next to him and Harry's watching the same video that he was watching as like he's like studying Only. And then the other thing is like he'll just like in scrims we get pretty rowdy sometimes. We go like and we like flex and stuff, and then he'll get all in on it as well. So he's a pleasant surprise for me, and like he's fit very well into the dynamic that we have. So
It's that feels like a older brother, younger brother dynamic where you're kind of looking up. And in this case, the older brother is Only. That's good. Well, I'm glad he's fitting in. I'm glad you got your win.
Yep,
I'm
I'm
still
happy.
waiting for that Chiefs one, so you're not actually happy or content until that happens.
I'm happy that I played quite well. I didn't play amazing, but like I played quite well. And I'm very hard on myself. But overall, until I get revenge on the OG that I left, like I'm not going to be too content yet. So I got to do it for the boys.
You know what I'm the most upset about? You already got dirt on your shoe.
Yeah, I've actually spilled a bit of meat pie on my shoe last night walking over from the gym. So sorry, Puma, but they are very clean, and I have another pair anyway. So.
So you can pie these ones up as much as possible. I'm sure Jake is thrilled that you just mentioned that. We'll let you guys talk it over the break.
This is dangerous because the bot lane of Avant is nowhere near. The teleport comes in, but it's going to be too little too late as 2 kills come out very quickly.
He's charging in.
He's boosting on in. It's going to be picked on up right there as the flare of sun, the wind, everything is coming across as the Moonlight Vigil crashes on down. Ornhorn is doing so much damage. As Only's in a bit of trouble. Forced to dash out. He goes drowsy across the walls, but no one's there to punish him. The box in the middle of everything, slowing the engage, the disengage. We're talking about damage, people. Harry gets the kill and Aphelios joins the party as well.
This isn't
He
how
jumps
it
out
ends.
again. The death sentences. They are clean, Rusty. They really are. Dracula on the flank from the brush, trying to do whatever he can to peel the boys, but Swiper gets rowdy. He's being dismounted. He's under the tower. He's taking damage, and Lisa finds revenge. One final chance. They're waiting for Swiper to come in. They want the boys in red to be here. Melbourne take the victory, it would seem. Shockwave comes out. They're padding KDA. Order take the win.
Imagine if you took Coca-Cola No Sugar and full-on froze it. Well, now you don't have to. Head down to Macca's and try the new frozen Coke No Sugar for just $1. Exclusive to Macca's.